Have you ever thought that the tears that God is wiping from our eyes is because we just saw our family, friends thrown into the lake of fire? Hello again. So now I'm going to talk a little bit more about myself. So my name is Marcos. And I'm going to share my journey of evangelism. If you don't know, I'm from Portugal. Has anyone ever been in Portugal here? So I am from Portugal, and I came to the US because of my wife, that beautiful lady right there with the cell phone. She's doing a PhD at Carnegie Mellon. Yes, she's a genius. And long story short, the only way that I had to come with her was without a job. So my visa here doesn't allow me to study or have a job. So in the beginning of being here, I was struggling what I was going to do, but God was working in my heart, so I decided to start a YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel where I share about my faith. It's called Real Faith Channel. If you want to follow, I can share with you after. So in Portugal, I never did evangelism. I grew up in church, but I never did evangelism. Unfortunately, evangelism is something that in churches in Portugal lack a lot. So I wasn't raised with the mindset of doing evangelism. Of course, my church, they taught me that I should talk about Jesus with my friends in school and invite them to church. But the truth is, I was scared to do that because I was afraid of being mocked for being a Christian. So I want to share how I started doing evangelism and why. So before I started the YouTube channel, me and my wife, we were looking for a church here in the US, and we found a church called, belongs to a network called the Acts 2 Fellowship. So this is a network that is along the US and focused on universities, on college student ministry. So that was the first time I saw a church doing outreach and sharing the gospel outside of the church. So after I decided to start my YouTube channel, I had the chance to meet a guy called Wes. I don't know if you know him. He also has a YouTube channel called Sword of Christ Ministries. And the funny part is I already knew him before coming to the US because he has a big platform on YouTube. Because he does a lot of videos, street preaching and everything. So I got the chance to connect with him, and we started doing evangelism together. And the first time I did street evangelism was on a Pride event. So you can imagine it was kind of crazy. But I was just more on the sideline and just observing and watching him doing his thing. But yeah, seeing all that people living in a life that was leading him to hell, it made me think into perspective how many people are lost and don't know the gospel. So God started creating this fire in my heart to share the gospel with others, and I started seeing God working on my life and give me a purpose, something that I didn't have when I was in Portugal. So after this, I had the chance to meet Kevin at the Picklesburg here in Pittsburgh, and he was doing street preaching. So we also got connected, and it's been a great friend and mentor in my journey as an evangelist and a man. So God gave me a purpose and a calling. My desire when I get back to Portugal in the end of July this year is to evangelize and create disciples so they can go and evangelize more people. So before I stop talking, I just want to share a passage from the Bible. I don't know if you have a Bible with you, but I recommend to open the scriptures. Let's open the Bible in Revelations 21, verse 1 to 4. And I'm going to read it. Okay. So Revelations 21, 1 to 4 says, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, 'Behold, the dwelling place of God is with men. He will dwell with them, and they will be his people, and God himself will be with them as their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall be there more mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away.'" I want to ask you a question. Have you ever asked yourself why God will wipe away every tear from the eyes of the believers? Does anyone want to try to guess or have an opinion?
Maybe some of our loved ones won't be in heaven.
Okay, yeah. It's a good one. Yeah. So, to answer these questions, I want us to go to another passage. Let's go to Revelations 20, 11 to 14. And it's very connected to what the lady said, yeah. Revelations 20, 11 to 14 says, "Then I saw a great white throne, and him was seated on it. From his presence, earth and sky fled away, and no place was found for them. I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and books were opened. Then another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged by what was written in the books, according to what they had done. And the sea gave up the dead who were in it. Death and Hades gave up the dead who were in them. And they were judged, each one of them according to what they had done. Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. This is the second death, the lake of fire. And if anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire." Who are these people whose names are not written in the book of life? The ones that don't have faith in Jesus, right? Yes. Maybe these are your colleagues at work, maybe your friends, maybe your neighbors, or maybe someone from your family, a son, a daughter, a father, a mother, a wife, or husband. Have you ever thought that the tears that God is wiping from our eyes is because we just saw our family, friends thrown into the lake of fire? Every time I think of this makes me tremble because I have people in my family that don't know Jesus. I hope this makes you tremble too and creates a fire and an urgency in your heart to share the gospel with others. God bless you.
Praise Jesus Christ, his holy name, every knee shall bow.